to another vlog. Today I wanted to do a day in my life type of video. I'm just at home today getting stuff done. I have a few things to update you on, and this morning I went for a run and then I had breakfast, which you guys saw in the beginning of the vlog, and then now I'm about to go for a walk with my mama, and we're just gonna go for a walk around the neighborhood because it's super nice out today. Like, oh my gosh, can you see? The sun is shining, the sky is blue, it just looks so nice out. So my mom and I were just walking like up there, and we saw this older man, and my mom was like, hi, how are you, like blah blah, and then we kept walking and my mom was like, do you think he needs a girlfriend? And I was like, what? Because my grandma, her mom, she's like 80 something, and she has been like online dating for the past how many years?
Probably 5, I think.
Okay, for like the last 5 years she's been online dating. My grandfather died when I was like 6, so it's been a long time, and she's like wants some company now because she kind of lives in the middle of nowhere and has nothing to do. She lives far away from us, like 3 hours, so we don't get to see her that much, and so she just like, I guess, wants somebody to do stuff with.
She's had this boyfriend for...
Yes, she's been dating this guy on and off.
I think 3
for
years
like
almost, right?
3 years.
2.5?
I think it's only been like 2.
No, it's
or maybe
definitely been more than that.
Wow,
because,
okay.
Yes.
Time flies.
I think 2 years at least.
Yeah, so 2 years she's been dating this guy. He lives in like Pittsburgh and she lives in Virginia, so it's like pretty good distance from each other, and they like break up for the dumbest reasons, and then they get
like 4 or 5
together.
times. It's insane.
And it's always, yeah, and she always has to, like, for example, she always like breaks up with him when they're like far away, like on a trip somewhere. And like one time they were in California, he was taking her to see an Adele concert all the way out in California, and it was
all over.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be like super romantic, and then she just like gets annoyed with him for some reason and decides that she wants to dump him there, and he literally ends up like paying for a flight for her to go home and all this crazy stuff, and it's always so dramatic, and I just don't understand, like, how do you have the energy for this at 80?
I know, it's pretty funny.
So now they just broke up again for like the 50th time.
I'm not sure if they're broken up or not for sure. I have no idea. They might be once she gets home.
It's crazy.
She's considering paying $600 for an Uber ride.
Like,
to go home.
I don't understand. But anyways,
Crazy.
I thought that would be entertaining for you guys to know.
Yeah, so I saw somebody in the neighborhood and I was like, you think he needs a girlfriend?
Okay, so I'm back home now from my walk with my mom, and I'm having lunch. So this is a smoothie bowl, and it has, the base of it has frozen banana, frozen blueberries, and then on top I put frozen blueberries, chia seeds, hemp seeds, a couple mulberries, and some cacao powder. And the cacao powder just like tastes really good when you put it on top and mix it in. It's just chocolatey and really good. But make sure it's cacao, because if you use cocoa powder, that tastes really bitter, but cacao powder is a little bit sweeter, and it's really good. You should try it. Right now I'm making some dinner. It's pretty early still. It's like 4:50, but I'm pretty hungry, and I figured I would at least just make a salad as kind of like an appetizer. It's gonna make a really simple one, just like tomato and cucumber and romaine, and then I'm going to have some steamed sweet potato with it. Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit though for a few minutes about body image, because it's something that I don't talk about a lot on my channel, and I feel like I should, because a lot of people that know me, and if you watch my channel and follow me on my social media and stuff, you know that I'm like very health conscious and very into eating healthy and exercising and all that good stuff, because that's kind of how I grew up. My mom always encouraged healthy eating. She always fed me really healthy, lots of fruit, lots of vegetables, and I didn't eat a lot of processed food growing up. I ate a really, really healthy diet, and I do follow a plant-based diet, so I don't eat any animal products, but and I eat mostly plants. If you have been watching my channel for a while, and like I'm talking like a few years, then you would know that about 5 years ago now, I think it was, 5 or 6 years ago, I had anorexia, and a lot of people don't know that, and I don't talk about it a lot just because that's in my past and it's just not really like relevant in my life right now. But I did go through a period of time where I dealt with anorexia, and it's not because I really ever thought I was fat, honestly. It kind of came on due to stress in my life. At that point, I was going through an injury which caused me to quit ice skating, which was basically my life up until that point, up until my sophomore year of high school. That's like all I did, and I wanted to be an Olympian one day. Having to quit and completely losing that part of my life was really rough for me, especially at such a young age. So I went through an eating disorder, I think just because I was so depressed and upset about everything that was going on. And it had nothing to do with the way I looked. I was really skinny already, and so when I lost like an extra 40 pounds, I think it was like 40 or 45 pounds, I don't really know exactly how much, but I was like literally just skin and bones, and I looked horrible. But like, I was never doing it to be skinny, and then it kind of turned into something else. And then once I started to get healthy again and like making myself eat again, I mean, I never like went days without eating anything, but I was just eating tiny amounts of food. Anyways, I did a whole video about my eating disorder. If you guys want to watch that and know more about it, I'll link it down below and you can go watch it. But pretty much like, I just got super skinny, and then once I got healthy and I started gaining the weight back and I was at a healthy weight again, I started to like compare myself to how I looked when I was unhealthy, like unhealthily skinny, and I wanted to look skinnier than I was when I gained the weight back that I needed to gain back. And I just like, I think when you go from one extreme to another in a short period of time, like where I was so sickly skinny and then a normal weight, I felt like I wasn't skinny enough. And so then this whole like body dysmorphia thing came up in my mind, and I was like struggling with my body image. It was also a period of time where, you know, your body is going through changes. You're in high school and you develop your body, your womanly body, and I was just having a hard time like with all of that. And I just felt like, well, for one thing, I've always been a lot taller than everybody else, so that was always something really hard for me. And then, you know, I kind of have, over the years, I have developed a better relationship with my body, but it's definitely been a challenge, and eating disorder doesn't like go away overnight. I feel like now I'm definitely in a really good place, but the first couple years after I went through that period of time of anorexia, it was hard for me, like just dealing with accepting my body the way it is. And I don't know, it's just something that I think everybody deals with at some point in their life. They're not happy with the way their body looks, or they're insecure about something, whether they feel like they're too skinny or they're too overweight or whatever. And it's really sad, and I feel like people should be more accepting of each other. And I mean, at the end of the day, does it really matter what your body looks like? Does it matter if you're overweight, or does it matter if you're really skinny? Not really, because what matters is if you're a nice person and compassionate towards other people, and you're doing your part to make the world a better place. I just think that's what matters. It doesn't, nobody, like, think about it this way. When you're like 90, if you live that long, I don't know, 90 is probably, probably should have said like 80. Okay, so when you're 80, you're gonna care about what kind of person you were, the kind of people you had in your life, the things that you did. You're not gonna look back and be like, man, I wish I was 10 pounds less. No, no. I mean, if you're overweight and you're like not living the quality of life that you could be living if you were a healthy weight, then yeah, do something. I think body image, it sucks because you're just supposed to be this like Instagram hot, like perfect girl, but like that's not reality. Everybody has imperfections, even the girls on Instagram, and a lot of girls on Instagram Facetune their pictures and edit their pictures, and they don't actually look like that in real life. So you just have to keep that in mind. And I think social media is a really big problem with body image because you're constantly on social media these days. Like I'm checking social media all the time. I mean, I can admit to that. But it's like, you can't expect to look like these people, and you have to remind yourself that, and I'm always reminding myself of that when I go on Instagram and I open it up and I see all these people doing cool things in all these cool exotic places, and they look beautiful and they have the cute clothes and all that stuff. You have to remind yourself that, like, their life isn't perfect either. So yes, anyways, I'm gonna go back to making my salad and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so this is my salad, and so it's just romaine, cucumber, and tomato, and to like dress it and like give it some flavor, I put on some everything but the bagel sesame seasoning blend from Trader Joe's. This stuff is incredible. Put this on like your vegetables, salad, literally anything, and it's good. And I put some nutritional yeast and some coconut aminos, which is kind of like soy sauce but a little sweeter, and some cayenne pepper. Alright guys, so I've just been watching One Tree Hill all evening after I ate dinner, and it's about almost 11 now, so I'm gonna wrap up the vlog for tonight and continue watching One Tree Hill until I get tired, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye! I hope you liked it.